My name is Sanjay Rowe, and I'm originally from Kingston, Jamaica, and I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. Right now, I am at Eastern University. I'm a sophomore here. I'm a double major and a double minor. Double major in marketing and management and double minor in communications and finance. One thing I learned growing up was the fact that diversity is very powerful. So coming here to this Christian campus, being around different Christians, Presbyterian, Orthodox, you name them, they're here, but just seeing the different ways they worship and the different ways they overcome their poverty. Not essentially saying they're poor, but that mental thirst to want to know God. It's amazing at this university, and just being able to see the connections that the professors have with the students. It just guides me in a way that I know if I keep trying, I can make it. My favorite place to go. We're standing in it right now in the library. I like going to the study rooms and doing my work. I like silence when I'm studying. I don't like being around people. And secondly, the environment is so beautiful, man. It's peaceful. And, people are kind here. And that's what I expect God to be, kind and willing to share. Growing up in Brownsville, basically growing up in the projects in Brownsville, it was hard, man. Every night there were gunshots. Each morning waking up hearing police sirens, people dying, and essentially it wasn't only the violence that was bad; it was the mindset, and it was hard for me. I didn't fit in, man, and the reason why I said I didn't fit in is because I didn't want to fit in. I stayed inside and I did my work. That's all it was. It was just a space for me to live in, and I knew God had something else planned for me. My favorite thing about growing up in Brownsville was the fact that I knew every time I stepped off the bus, every time I walked into that narrow walkway, that path going to the building, I would see that one light shining, and think about God, because no matter if it was raining, snowing, or if it was windy outside, that one light would be there. And I know that light will serve as a guide for me to get home. So it was kind of on a spiritual level. In the midst of chaos, the light was still shining, and that was God for me. It was funny because one day the principal of a school, Robin Pitts, had told me to go in the office and work with Reverend Branch. And through Reverend Branch, I was able to meet Dwayne Walton. One day he told me he was going to have one of his former students come in and talk to us. And that day, Dwayne Walton came in and brought me and my friend to the Lord. So that's how the initial interaction began. Honestly, I think because of Dwayne, I'm here right now. It takes a lot to say that, but this man changed my life. And I would be very unappreciative to not say that. And I feel like without the help of the Point sponsoring me here to go to college right now, I wouldn't be where I'm at. My mindset would be totally different. Them helping me and helping the other students, it shows me that there's always a hand to reach out to, There's always a hand in the distance. And in some ways, that's how I view God. He's there even though you can't see him, and he's helping. And it's just wonderful being able to go to this environment to see kids interacting with adults in less violent ways, if you understand what I'm saying. Because so much times when we go on news feeds and Facebook and all these different social channels, we hear about different things happening to different people. And at the Point, I'm able to experience the love of God through the volunteers and the kids wanting to be there. And it's just overall an amazing setting, When people describe Sanjay, other than being handsome, right? I want them to think that he's such a caring guy. Like I told Walton, I want to also own my own nonprofit organization. I don't have a name yet. I might copy the Point, but I'm not going to do that. But just have my own organization where kids could come and feel free and talk to me, because essentially I was that kid, I felt hurt inside. I felt the anger. But with God's help, everybody's able to overcome.